Hi, everybody. Hi, Brendan. I can see Julie. Hi, Julie. Hi, Brendan. Very
Hello.
good, very good. Excellent. And there is Tom. Hi, Tom. If you want to speak, you can press escape on your keyboard, and then you can see a bunch of controllers and you can unmute yourself. Lovely avatar. Good job there. Oh, hi, Stephen. Hi, you made it. Hi. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that must be Aga. Yeah. Tom, I'm loving the hoodie. Oh, yes, there is Aga. Hello, hello. I can see you. Fabulous. Well, check out Carolina's avatar. She's gone all Ready Player Me and customize her face. This is the bar going up there. She's sitting by the bar. Okay. So our plan is just to run through the event and then combine the art enthusiasts and thrill seekers in a show of what the projects are for this year. But I'm just going to do a bit of an intro in virtually 1 minute. I just need to let one more person in. Yeah, Spatial has really improved massively, but we're not quite there with the hats. So as you can see, the hats are on the table. We're still working on making sure that everybody can pick one up, but I don't think we'll have it for tonight. Okay, wonderful. So hi, everybody. I'm Eva Pascoe. I'm the host for tonight. So just to give you a little bit of context, we are in Cyberia Cafe, exactly as it looked back in the 90s. And this year is the anniversary of Cyberia, of opening, so it's 30 years. So we're doing lots of celebrations to help out, to remind people that the internet is open source mostly because we fought for it. It didn't have to go that way, but by introducing people to Mosaic and to doing things with open source, we managed to fight back America Online. So that's something to remember. And today is really a big celebration of Art's birthday. We absolutely love these events. It's an event for art enthusiasts and thrill seekers. It's a mind-bending extravaganza that blurs the lines between reality and imagination. But to be honest, it's a just really nice way of various artists getting together once a year. And today we're recording for tomorrow main session. And just celebrate the fact that although there might be wars and there might be difficult times around, but art always wins. Art brings peace, and artists together always makes things better. So today is really our tribute to Robert Filou, who in 1963 did a happening, dropping a sponge into the bucket of water and calling it Art's birthday. So he said that art was born about 1 million years ago. So today art is 1,064,000-year-old, and we'll celebrate it together. So so that's just about the event. We are very lucky to be participating in that for about 5 years now. Some of you participated in last year and the year before, where we invite people to contribute music, poetry, happenings, talk about new books, which is all what we're going to talk about today. But the most exciting thing is that last year we held the celebration in Cyberia VR space, in Old Space. And Old Space has kicked us out. Aga, can you mute yourself because I can hear you? So we have managed to rebuild into Spatial. So you are seeing the second incarnation of Cyberia. It's a little bit different, and we can't have hats being worn on our heads. but the ones that can see Zoom, you can see that I've got the Robert Filiu hat and I'm wearing it, and hopefully we'll send some live pictures from other people. But otherwise, the hats are on the tables, and those are the symbols for art celebration. Okay, so the program for today is few things. So we have a beautiful new album being launched from our Reykjavik music goddess, Irina. She has worked on it over the last few months. It's called Love in the Library, and we will listen for maybe a bit 5-6 minutes of her piece, which I really love, and I'm just super proud of Irina because she's been on that journey, difficult journey, changing countries, changing cultures, changing environments. But we managed to get her last performance in Rich Mix, and it was absolutely beautiful. I really fell in love with it. So I'm hoping that you will enjoy it as much as we do. So without further ado, here is Irina and Love in the Library, her new album.
Our calendar's conceals my acute sense of time feels the morning. Darkness shrinks, days get longer. 28 consecutive days. I'll reach out to you through
Thank you very much, Irina. Thank you. That was wonderful. Yes, we really loved it. Thank you. So that was a piece that Irina worked with the various travels, starting from her first trip to Anatolia, and then a little bit of Reykjavik and a little bit of Iceland. So I think there's an echo, so I think we just need to mute everybody who is not speaking, Caron. Yeah. Okay, and then we're moving to our next artist, who we work with for quite a long time now. He's a digital sculptor of very large-scale sculptures. We had his first exhibition in Cyberia a couple of years ago. So Halli is from Scotland, and he's not with us today, but he sent us his beautiful video of work that he's been pursuing over the last few months. So it's AI poetry, and music. So in parallel, Halli is working on a piece for an opera called Cyberia, and it's an opera about cyborgs and avatars, so very appropriate. Okay, so Caron, shall we see what Halli has got?
Trapped in a sea of endless adverts, side hustle normalisation, sensationalist news drivel of how to buy a house by not buying coffee for a year and having £150,000 spare in the bank. Become a millionaire narrative in 10 easy steps when you're at the bottom of the budgie cage. Fascist news and nationalised fish. Cost of living crisis. Stella Artois absurd nakedness prints to lure people to be pished while their bodies decline. Stella faux pas. Douse yourself in status. Have a child you can't afford. Dating apps to keep you wet and court your basic instincts if you're well travelled and if you're financially attractive. Dance routines in hyper-rear hell to chain the algorithm for rewards to appease your hubris. Proxy wars and false prophets sliding on your DMs. Pizza yoga and capitalization of metaphysical practices. Living in a market with your alienated machinations and sexual proclivities, stagnated because you don't have credit. Roll your eggs, men are only donors, doom scroll and regress in nostalgic moments, blanketed in your childhood comforts, cognitive and substrate anxiety. Seems apparent that to dwell in the metropolis we mask our good times with alcohol as the social lubricant and acquire souls that we never wish we spoke to in the first place.
The absurdity of looking back on oneself. For the past 15 minutes, to think of the times I wished or I should have. A fleeting moment of a quandary that I'd got myself into. This momentary reflection of life rushing by. A distasteful loop of an insidious time of underwhelming proportion, knocked back when trying to ascend a bus staircase. What gives? I have offered no response to myself, or to others for that matter. I carry on regardless, a busy journey of time, of place, but no set trajectory. I conjure up memories, not sure if they are what they seem, or my mind is filling in the blanks. An organised chaos, a labyrinth of anxieties, and an eruption of excitement. Like when you think you ate that last biscuit, only to find it lodged between the side of your leg and arse cheek. You let out a small cheer that the matrix of reality didn't steal the biscuit in question, and that this edible object tastes all the more sweeter. I have moved forward with my thoughts, and to be honest, I am no further forward than I was on the reflection that I'd felt for the last 15 minutes. In fact, I feel the time could have been spent more to really extract the observations of what I think I wanted to feel and reminisce. I can sense this feeling that these memories are all a bit of simulation of sorts. This nostalgia to give me a sense of place in the world, a collection of euphemistic exchanges, drizzled in that all too familiar river of disappointment. Reminds me of trying flaking, a brown soup of tripe. Why does this human keep so many unneeded tropes in this cyberspace void? The programme is ending now, and I must bite my tongue. That is all that is left of me in this cold, pulsating shell. Loading.
Thank you very much, Hallie. Thank you. That was wonderful. I know you're joining us tomorrow, so I will thank you in person. So I was just commenting on the chat that the original inventor of Art's Birthday, Robert Filliou, was himself a poet and a filmmaker. So it's only very, very suited that Hallidonto's tribute to Art's Birthday was his own poetry and AI conversion of text to images. And then we're moving on to the next element. So I would like to introduce Stephen Oram, who has just produced a new book following up from 22 Ideas About the Future, and hopefully can tell us a little bit about the new launch and about the speculative fiction and wresting the future from the hands of the big tech. So Stephen, if you can speak, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me okay, everyone?
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, as you say, it's a new book project we've been working on for probably 18 months. I reckon it's probably involved around about 50 people, so not a small undertaking. But what I wanted to do first is just to kind of introduce a couple of terms just to give a context for the book. So applied science fiction being one of those terms, and participatory foresight being the other one. And I want just to kind of unpack that very briefly. If you think about a story having a sort of two life cycles, if you like, there's the creation of it, as there is with any kind of artwork, and then there's the telling of it, or the sending it out into the public. And the thing about the applied part of science fiction is getting experts in all sorts of things, whether that's certain technologies, sciences, social sciences, whatever, getting them involved in both of those life cycles. So working with them on the world building. You know, you've got world building, characters, narrative, and then also working with them on the telling of the stories and getting their involvement in the interpretation of what's going on in those. So that's where it becomes applied science fiction, and that is what we did with 22 Ideas About the Future. It's what I've done in some projects alongside that kind of thing, and it's very much what we've done in the new book, title to be announced soon, as in about 2 minutes. So that's kind of as I say, applied science fiction, and when you do this, you get this really powerful mix of a conversation going on, and you know, that's, as I say, that's the really powerful thing in order to do the world building, plausible sort of situations, as well as helping people understand what the future might look like. So that's what we've been up to. In the first Cybersalon book, called 22 Ideas About the Future, we used this, and we created a discussion around some stories that then went into public events and had discussions there, and then that became a book. We found from that, as you probably imagine, that you know, I'm going to say the normal person in the street, I know no such thing kind of exists, but basically it really helps people get under the skin of what might be in the future, and by doing that, you can help people kind of get their own agency in terms of resisting or indeed embracing the world that they really want. We don't just leave it up to those who spoon feed us what they would like to spoon feed us. So, and just to give you a kind of an idea of that, 4 of the stories in 22 Ideas are in my collection, which is out there, called Extracting Humanity. And I mean, this is just a review that it got today, but what I thought it really highlighted what it's like for, as I say, someone on the street. So this was I think she's a book blogger about romantic historical fiction. So she made the point, science fiction is not my thing, but said, I experienced a wide range of emotions from horror through anger to fear, and yet the abiding sensation at the end was hope and the concept that life is there to be lived, even if we have to make difficult decisions on the way. And I think that kind of sums up that sense of giving people something to really chew on. So as I say, we've been doing this, and Eva's put the title there, All Tomorrow's Futures, which has a subtitle of Fictions That Disrupt. It's, as I said, been going on for 18 months. We're launching in March, so we're getting very close to that. It's involved senior experts across, so we're doing 5 themes: police and justice, power and energy, finance and digital money, health and longevity, learning and education. That's our 5 sort of framings of the future. Just to give you a little sense, so in police, if we think about AI, there's a story where everything is automated, everything is kind of AI or robots. You might think that's really bad, but then imagine a justice system that has no ego, so it doesn't mind saying, oh, we were wrong, sorry about that. Which doesn't, quite topical at the moment. Or in the learning section, what if, well, there's a story there, what if we started training our AIs on perspectives from animals? So if you could tap into animals or get perspectives other than humans and train AIs in that, what would that kind of do to the world? So you kind of get a sense of the kind of ways things are being pushed. So yeah, this thing has been absolutely brilliant. We involved the subject experts right from the word go, framing the problems, suggesting research materials for the writers, drafting the open call, and then the 3-way collaboration, Cybersalon, the experts and the authors. And we just iterated ideas and talked and pondered and played with our imaginations over a very long time, culminating this book of 25 short speculative stories and 10 expert commentaries on those ideas. It's called All Tomorrow's Futures, Fiction That Disrupts. And what we really hope is that those conversations that have been going on for that long, and discussions and disagreements at times, all very friendly, but disagreements, that we give that into people's hands that they can then take forward. And on that kind of note, we start our editorial preface off with the quote, decisions are made by those who show up. And I think that kind of sums up some of what's going on. So as I say, Cybersalon Press, out in March, All Tomorrow's Futures, and I'm really excited by it. So thank you, Eva.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you. This is going to be good fun. The stories are a really big mix of very scary stuff, which is very likely going to happen, and maybe a bit less scary if we manage to wrestle the future back from the big tech. So you definitely should read it or get the audiobook version. The audiobook version is available for the first book, so you can listen to it on your daily commute or on jogging. So go and have a look. Okay, so the next one, I'm super excited to introduce Brendan Bradley. So he's LA-based VR performer, actor, director, producer, writer. Basically, he's a very busy man. So he's been experimenting with all sorts of aspects of VR, which we've been learning from. Really pioneering stuff, because as we know, it's quite a journey to get people from physical theater to interacting in VR, yet being immersed and feeling as if you are in the physical space. So we've been watching Brandon's work for quite a while. It's been developing really fast, and we're hoping to do some work with him in Edinburgh Festival in the summer. But yeah, here's Brandon. Please tell us about your projects.
Hello, friends. I'm going to play 2 videos today. I specialize in live virtual reality theater, which is basically immersive theater inside of a 3D system. I specifically use web-based virtual reality, sort of like the portal that many of us are on in Spatial today, where you can enter through a headset, but you can also enter through your desktop web browser, often a mobile device, which just allows more accessibility to meet the audience wherever they are. But especially in my work, I've produced 50 different prototypes for live virtual reality at a virtual level, but I'm really excited about the hybrid location-based experience for the majority of our audiences who have not yet adopted this technology. I think you've got to be in the room, you've got to see the technology, get your hands on it to really want to make that jump and that commitment. And so I perform live theater where a select number of audience members, like a magic show or an improv show, are participants that come on stage with me. And then the rest of the seated audience watches the show projected on a large screen, seeing the live humans in headsets, basically playing like a video game, while also seeing the world come to life in front of them. So I'll show a trailer for a show I've been touring for 1.5 years called Non-Player Character. Non-Player Character is an interactive virtual reality musical where the audience co-creates the story with me. I play a non-player character in a video game who witnesses the hero die and is not programmed to process the grief. So I ask the audience to help guide me through the 5 stages of grief represented as 5 virtual worlds. So 4 audience members join me on stage, and then the spectators can see the virtual world projected on the screen. And they actually have a web app on their phone with 4 buttons. So the spectators are actually assisting the headset participants while we all co-create the story together.
We failed. I told you, I wasn't designed to do something like this.
What's really exciting is this opportunity to perform in a venue, being in the room, experiencing that real theatrical audience and feeling the breath, feeling the pauses, the tension in the air, hearing the gasps. That's what theater is all about. I think we're on the precipice of a really exciting transition into the gamification and the let's play of narrative. And I hope the audience walks away feeling invited to that call. We've seen the visuals, we understand I'm on stage performing. I'm gonna actually now show a different project that has happened within the last few months. We've taken everything that we've done with live virtual reality at a browser level, and we've used the open APIs of a few different artificial intelligence workflows to be able to have the audience type a prompt from their mobile device. And while I'm performing on stage, they are building the world and environment around me through their text prompts. So the world around me while I perform. So I will share a... So this was at the VR Awards this year in the Netherlands, performing live on stage with live instrumentation, me performing live in headset, and then the audience from their phones live spawning the graphics. Thank you.
White. A blank canvas. Anything you imagine can be built. A castle made of cheese, sure. An anime-style fairy godmother, why not? I can build it. Yes. I can build it. I can build it, I can build it. I can build the things in my mind. A grain of sand, a tool, a poem. Is there anything I can't divine? never wasting a single second stuck between inspire and invent. Look, I made a happy, healthy once in a lifetime, then do it again. And then you can build it, you can build it, you can build the answers you seek. Every fact, every ability is finally within your reach. Never wasting a single worry wondering if you're making something new. Whoever makes it fast and first, we're gonna tell the rest of us what's true. And then we can build it, we can build it, we can build a better world where knowledge is equal for all to command. We can conquer any feat, make human weakness obsolete. History can be built without understanding. I can create it, I can control it. A copy of a world that's off to define. There'll be no more sickness, no suffering, no property, no rights, no thoughts, never die. Who can build it? Who can build it? Should they build it? Can I?
Let's see what we've made. Well, we've gathered the best immersive minds in the world, and this is what we've come up with. I see. All right, who created this? Is this chocolate with horses? Obviously, it's a unicorn chocolate fountain. And what was your inspiration here?
I'm Belgian, so I like chocolate.
All right, and where did the unicorn come from?
Magic.
From where? From magic? Indeed, magic. All right, well, let's feature this over here. And who inspired this lovely elephant over here?
Well, you need an elephant in the room, though.
You love elephants and you need an elephant in the room, I see. All right, so is the elephant more or less magical than the chocolate unicorn? It's more magical, you don't know. It is more magical, we are certain of this. So are we getting rid of the elephant or the unicorn? Oh, we have to make choices? My goodness. All who want the elephant, raise your hand.
Elephant.
Oh, some strong elephant energy. And the chocolate unicorn. Oh my goodness. You all had dessert, right? That occurred? All right, excellent. So the elephant is out, away we go. Chocolate unicorn is in, excellent. And what is this mushroom? This seems proprietary. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. This is a live stream. We're just gonna get this out for content moderation. All right. Oh, wow, I've disappointed everyone right at the top of the show. This is the way to do it right here. Some booze. Alex, you've got your work cut out for you. I've really primed them. Let's take a step back and see what we've made here.
Yes, you see, these things we create are not really yours or mine. And the only thing we can't generate is time. But we've got tonight, so at least that's a start. Forget what you know, now on with the show. It's the state of the art. Anything you imagine can be built. So why not build something real?
That's two little previews of my work in live virtual reality, and I hope I see you at a show sometime, because I'd love to have you on stage or in the audience with me.
Right, amazing. So are you guys hoping to get it to Edinburgh this year?
We would love that. That is the goal, because then we can do lots of shows with lots of different audiences, which would be a really magical thing to do, especially with that community that is all about small performances that get to really reach a large cultural moment.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I participated in one of Brandon's performances, and it was a really interesting combination of game playing with musical. So we had to find our way through very difficult terrain, and we nearly died. In fact, I did die at least a couple of times. So that was definitely a novel experience for a musical goer. You're not going to get that level of immersion in the West End. But I did survive, and I did manage to make it to the end of our journey, even if I was only non-playing character. But it was fantastic fun. So I think musical and immersive performances is definitely the way to go. Wonderful. Having done that, it's a really immersive experience. So combination of you having to fight for your life while listening to Brandon's beautiful story, it worked for me. Okay, thank you very much, Brandon. I hope you managed to get everything in place for Edinburgh. We will definitely be there in any support we can do, and help you to fundraise if we can. So that will be the goal for the summer. So that will be our contribution to helping people to see what's the frontier of VR, because Edinburgh Fringe is a lovely festival, but it's a little bit old-fashioned. We need to shake it up a bit. Okay, and on that note, we're moving to a little bit more immersive walking around. So I would like to invite Zoe or Julie, which of you is able to take us through?
Can you hear me?
Zoe, okay, brilliant. So this is a lovely project that we were able to support a little bit with VR. So Julie and Zoe got together a lot of artists on both sides of the pond, and also in Morocco and other places, and co-created a lovely exhibition to which she's going to take us. So she's going to talk a little bit about it, and then we're going to leave Cyberia Cafe, and just outside she will take us to a gate, mystery gate, and then we'll hop over for a little walk around her galleries, hopefully come back after and just hang out and chat after. So Zoe, if you can hear us, and if you've got your mic on, over to you.
Yeah, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, lovely.
Great. Julie's here as well. So we will just do a very brief introduction about what we've been doing, and then we'll take you into the galleries. So I was laughing earlier because actually, if I'd have known what was involved, I don't think I would have done it. I think Julie's probably the same. But we wanted to do something that was across different platforms, and something that really shone a light back on the importance of being creative, and that everyone has a creative spark. They just may have forgotten that they have. I'm based in the US, in Las Vegas, and because of a lack of teachers many years ago, the American education system introduced STEM. That was what was needed to resupply America with teachers and scientists, but it shone a light on the fact that creativity was very, very much needed in that, and then clearly STEM became STEAM, and here we are. In the meantime, Julie and I run the Augmented Society Network, which is a thematic network of the Royal Society of Arts. And we meet every month, and we have a habit of doing projects that grow beyond what we ever expected to happen. So what we're going to show you today is the collection of work from 28 contributors from around 8 countries, all of whom we asked to do something creative and to record that experience. Now, we launched in London at RSA House back in November. The exhibition was in a physical space until December the 15th, and now it's running entirely in virtual reality. So I'm going to ask you to come with me to Gallery 1, and I will show you some of the amazing work that our artists have done. Now you're going to come out of the cafe and head over into the corner, and you'll see the portals over in the corner to the left. So if you follow us out, can't get out.
I'm stood by Gallery 1, so
You are. Julie, do you want to carry on in, and I will see you in there?
yes, just go through to Gallery 1.
So you'll see the big balls, and just click on to travel to Gallery 1. So the exhibition spans 3 galleries. You can travel using the travel portals. The 28 contributors are artists, thinkers, activists, poets, and technology dabblists. And you can see their work on the gallery walls. If you want to find out more about them, then you can use the, as I'm sure everyone is aware, the small magnifying glasses at the beginning of each work. But if you want to follow me, I'm going to start moving to the back here. If you follow me, we are looking at the work of Ivan Pope. Ivan is based in Brighton in the UK. His work centres around his heritage and history and a visit to Auschwitz. He is remembering 100 survivors here using leaves that he collected whilst in Auschwitz in Birkenau. It's an incredibly powerful piece of work, and the leaves are actually then rendered using a digital plotter and just pens with some gold leaf and other things thrown in. Each leaf is a survivor. It's an absolutely astonishing piece of work. So please do have a look at that, and I would say enjoy, but I'm not sure that's entirely the right word. So I'm coming back round into the main atrium. To my left here is the work of Brent Holmes. Brent is one of our Las Vegas contributors. He's a practicing artist, and he reflects on both the idea of manifest destiny and the Black history element of that, and the Black cowboy. These are stills from 2 films that he's produced, and again you can get more information from the gallery guide, which is available from the poster in each gallery that has, you can see mine and Julie's photo. So just behind you on the wall is a poster that says Augmented Society Network. If you hit the magnifying glass there, you will be able to download the gallery guide, which gives you information on how to connect with each artist. So behind you there on the wall, you can get the gallery guide. So we'll just talk about a few of the artists. If you go to the other end of the gallery, you'll see artist Nancy Good, who works in artificial intelligence and printmaking. So Nancy's work here begins with a photograph of herself which she fed into either DALL-E or one of the image generators, I can't remember, and then prompted it to be seen in different characteristics, keeping hold of the image of her as the main weight. So we have prophet, for example, and other almost religious iconography here, actually. Once the image has been generated, Nancy then creates a lino print and then prints on handmade paper and then augments with paint and other elements. They're absolutely beautiful, both digitally and in real life. We also have sound artists. If you turn to your left, we have the work over here. We have a soundscape by Stace Constantino. He is a professor at Northamptonshire University. So there's tons to see in here. And I don't want to take up too much time, but I'll just show you highlights in each of the 3 galleries. And then please feel free to come back and have a look. So I'm going to transport myself now back into the atrium and into Gallery 2. So you'll see the travel portals. And Gallery 2 is the middle portal there. If you'd like to see, I'll just highlight a couple of artists from Gallery 2. Think coming in. So I'm going to travel down to where you see the brightly coloured faces. My work basically is digital and IRL. I have drawn portraits of 18 of my closest friends. I do all sorts of kind of fantastical drawing as well, but this piece is huge and it's actually printed on satin. And it's about 15 foot by 5 foot. And each person on the banner owns a share in this piece. And the piece creation is recorded on blockchain, and the encrypted keys are shared, the public keys, etc., with all of the owners. Once a piece sells, those owners are actually given money. Actual money, and then the ownership creation block goes on, so it's all recorded. So I'm recording friendships and using blockchain technology to do that. You can actually on the right hand side see the portrait of Julie, who's the co-curator and co-founder of the Augmented Society Network. It's Julie and I that basically have done all of this work. Julie, I don't know if you want to take over from here.
Yes, sorry, my Spatial blocked me out. I had to restart it, so I'm back now. So I kind of missed Gallery 1. So I don't know where we got to. So we're back in.
Okay, so we're just arrived in Gallery 2.
Okay, Fab, yes, I've managed to catch up with you. Okay, so we've looked at your work.
Hi, Dan, we are in Gallery 2.
Yeah, Gallery 2. We could have a quick look at Sophie's work, if we've got time.
Yep.
Follow me to the other side of the tree where we've got the photos of the burlesque.
Zoe, if you go there, because you are red, you are orange, so it's easy to follow you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You're on the bright orange top, yeah.
Yeah,
right there we go. So Sophie's based in Lincolnshire, UK with me, former student, and she's very focused on body positivity and the idea of women owning their bodies, being confident who they are, and she takes photographs of burlesque group in Lincolnshire, but we're also in discussion with Burlesque Hall of Fame in Vegas with Buttercup, where we're looking at ideas of how we can expand burlesque. We can look to do some VR classes online is the next phase, but the work's really beautiful. And some of the women that I photographed, I've got one of the ladies is disabled. I didn't realize she was in a wheelchair until I met her. So you see them and you assume that if they're all able-bodied and they're all, a lot of them have got really, really interesting backstories that kind of tells you about how they came to burlesque. And that story in itself is a really interesting story that we're hoping to tell as well. But like I said, the photographs are beautiful. And there'll be some VR workshops, lessons and all kinds of, dance lessons and stuff to follow. That's Sophie. Now, so the photographs are stunning. And where I've gone now, to the lady at the end with the glasses, she's a young lady that's in a wheelchair. I didn't realise it until I saw her perform. She does a lot of performances in a wheelchair as well, which is phenomenal.
Fantastic. Shall we head to gallery 3?
Hopefully I won't get lost and my screen will stay as it is this time.
Gallery 3 is the top. Is it the top bubble? Oh no, the middle bubble.
It's
okay.
the middle bubble that you're going to click on. So I think we should start with the work of Sawyer Rose. So you're going to head straight through the gallery to the right. You'll see some words on a piece of paper on the wall there. Follow me through. This is a monumental piece of work. There are actually 18 banners. We've just got 4 on show here. And these are the recording of women of colour during the census of, I think it's 1876. And these record the women who were named in the census. The title of the project is My Name in Your Hand. And it brings back to life the feeling that these women actually existed at one point or another, while we're seeing them here just in name. The banners themselves are actually made of materials that would have been available at the time, dyes available at the time, and tying everything together in the middle is the poem by Angela Williams Bickham. So again, if you've got time, please come back and have a look at this. It's one of the most beautiful and poignant pieces of work that we have. Well, everything's poignant, but this is particularly so. And then to finish up, I'm going to go all the way to the other end of the gallery. You'll be able to see the American flag if you look straight through. And this is the work of Diane Bush, who's currently exhibiting actually in Scotland. She is known for her photography. But for this project, she worked with a group of seniors at the Flamingo Seniors Center here in Las Vegas, and they were sewing. They simply changed the word sew from S-O to S-E-W, and then looked to repeat phrases and themes. Now, this project is actually continuing and growing and is likely to move on just in its own right. But just to let you know as well, the exhibition will be moving to Worcester University and will be on show in May to June in the Hive. So we will keep you posted if you want to see some of this work in the flesh. We will also be expanding the galleries, and I'll be bringing some of my huge banners over from the US as well. So do come back and have a look. You can access all of this from Cyberia. I'm going to actually return you all now to Cyberia. So if you'd like to come back into the atrium, and we're going to head back into the Cyberia area event area space here. So please do come back and have a look, but that's just some of the highlights of our exhibition. And I'm going to travel back now.
Can you hear me, Caron? Hi, Caron, can you hear me? Okay, brilliant. Okay, so let's see if we got people back. That was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Yes, now it's just very, very exciting to see that you can have the desktop experience without the VR headset. So, you know, it really becomes super accessible and you get ready to embark on a quite sensory voyage without necessarily having big expenditure. So I'm quite excited about it. I mean, the future of VR, it's definitely here. I'm just hoping that the intersection of sound, storytelling, AR can all help, you know, developing the artworks that we all can take to Edinburgh, to other festivals. Yes, I think we should say goodbye to the live stream, and I will stay by to say goodbye to people who are coming back from the galleries. But yes, goodbye to the live stream. Thank you very much for participating, and it's been a real pleasure to share Arts Birthday 2024 with you and explore the kaleidoscopic fusion of sound, literature, AR at the very cutting edge of virtual reality with our friends from Reykjavik, from LA, from Las Vegas, and other parts in the world. So thank you.